You know that glow that you see on people who just seem to radiate health? It's not just great lighting. It's what's happening inside their body. And one of the best kept secrets to looking and feeling amazing is collagen. You see, as we age, our bodies naturally produce less collagen, which can lead to wrinkles, thinning hair, brittle nails, and just feeling less flexible than we used to. But the good news is that you can support your body naturally. With high-quality collagen from Native Path, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to support smoother looking skin, stronger nails, and shinier hair. And some studies also suggest collagen supplements may help support bone health too. You see, it's not about turning back time. I know we want to do that, but we just can't. It's about feeling your best at any age. And right now, as a Kim Commando listener, you can get Native Path Collagen for just a fraction of the retail price, plus free shipping and a free gift bundle. Just go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
Sign up for my free daily newsletter, The Current, at getkim.com. All right, so you've got kids. You've got kids on screens.
Too many.
Dr. Doucleff, I was reading about her in the New York Post. In light of this landmark case, we talked about it here on the show, where kids and social media and streaming app, it's kind of like the social media companies are having their nicotine moment because they specifically designed social media to be addictive. You've seen it with your kids.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
from
I've
all
seen
ranges. It's addictive to 7-year-olds as much as it is to 16-year-olds.
So Dr. Doucleff thought her daughter Rosie loved just YouTube and Netflix. The 7-year-old, though, would beg for screen time. Right? I want this more. I want this more. This more. She wrote a book called Dopamine Kids. And joining us right now is the doctor herself. And thank you for joining us, because it is dopamine, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It is dopamine, but it's not pleasure. You got to know that.
What is it?
So dopamine does not give us pleasure, does not give us happiness. Dopamine makes us want. It makes us desire. It's the do it again button in our brain. Just do it again, do it again. But dopamine can pull us to things in our kids, to things that actually make us feel worse, that hurt us. And so, limiting these things in our kids' lives doesn't mean taking away pleasure from them. It means adding more pleasure. That's what my book is about.
And so what was that pivotal moment that you saw with your daughter, Rosie?
There was one evening, we followed the advice out there, and I have to say it doesn't work. It's old. It's based on old science. And every night we struggled to get her off, and it got harder and harder to get her off YouTube, to get her off the phone, the iPad. One night she was screaming, yelling, and she actually curled up under a desk, like whimpering. And I was just like, I am so done with this. Why are we doing this? And I thought I was doing it because she loved it so much, and it was her favorite activity. And I started reading about neuroscience. I started reading about dopamine, how the tech designs these products, and I realized this is not her favorite activity. This is like a drug for her. This is designed to be like a drug. This is designed to make her want, but it is not designed to give her pleasure. And so from that moment on, I was like, we're gonna fix this. And I went and I spent years studying neuroscience, habit science, and I figured out this 5-step method to wean kids off that actually makes their lives happier, more joyful. And again, it's not about taking away pleasure. It's about adding pleasure. We've been tricked into thinking that these things are pleasurable for kids.
So you mentioned 5 steps. Step 1, take it away.
That's behavioral psychology says it's not going to work. Right? You leave the kid empty-handed, they're going to push back, they're going to fight, it's going to be frustrating for everyone. The habit's going to come back. You got to replace it. You got to replace it with something that gets them excited, that gets them out of your hair. So, for instance, I was like, no more screens after dinner. But instead of just saying, go to your room, be bored, and come back and yell at me, I said, you know what? I'm going to teach you to ride your bike to the market by yourself. And so I did that. It took a couple nights. I taught her to ride there. And now she takes herself to soccer practice. She takes herself to her friend's house. And the screen just went away much more easily because she had some activity that actually really filled her up, gave her freedom, gave her pleasure, gave her skills in life. So we can't just take these things away. We got to replace them with something.
Now you're talking about your daughter. How old is she?
She's 10 now.
Okay. And does this strategy work for all ages? Because I know that parents have struggled with, like I said, 7-year-olds and 18-year-olds.
Well, you've got,
when it comes to the screen.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the whole gamut.
Yeah, I do. I have 7, 11, 12, 12, 14, 15. And we're lucky, I think, because what I'm hearing, we don't have in our, if we say, oh, screens off, go, even if you, like you said, go do something, go to your room, we don't get pushback.
They do it.
And I
don't. That's good. But not all kids are like that.
No,
and
absolutely.
I think it is depending on your kid. I think we've got to think about these things like cigarettes in a way that, like a smoker on a plane, if they know they're not going to have a cigarette, the craving goes down, right? And so I think it's the same with screens and kids. It's like if they know it's not available after dinner, the craving goes down, and they accept it, right? It's when it's like sitting there in the living room and you're telling them, okay, 15 minutes, okay, an hour,
right?
Some kids can't handle it. The sight of it triggers dopamine, triggers desire. And it's not a soft desire. It's an intense desire. I need it now, And so we really need the strategy is to build these contexts in their lives, times and places where it is just not available. And then they naturally start wanting other activities and they build new hobbies, right, to balance it out.
Every business owner I talk to asks the same question. How do I make AI work for me? Not someday, today. Sitting on the sidelines is not an option. Your competitors aren't waiting. NetSuite by Oracle is the #1 AI cloud ERP, trusted by over 43,000 businesses. It pulls your financials, inventory, commerce, HR, and CRM into one system. When everything lives in one place, your AI knows your business. It doesn't guess. It knows. You make decisions based on the data and AI, not on your gut. You get alerted to red flags before they turn into problems and make fast, confident decisions that move the needle. How do I know? I'm bringing NetSuite into my business right now. From software and IT services to healthcare, equipment manufacturing, financial services, and many other great American industries, NetSuite delivers a customized solution for your business. If your revenues are at least 7 figures, get NetSuite's free business guide, Demystifying AI, right now. It's free to you at netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim, netsuite.com/Kim.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
And so now how is this affecting your daughter's relationship with her friends, who the friends are online all the time?
It hasn't really affected it. It's amazing. Those friends that are on there all the time, they're not really doing that much anyway.
Okay.
She has times when she can use it. And like I said, it's like there are certain times and places where she uses it. She connects with those friends. She can use my phone to text with them. And so it's just about creating spaces where this is not an option, right? Now, we have it. They're closer. Her friends are closer because they see each other.
So you've gone this gamut, and I believe in what you're doing 1,000%. What do you think of parents who say, you know what, we're just not going to have any screens. We're not going to give any phones. And the reason why I ask about that is I have a family member. They have 6 kids between 2 and 16. Not one of the kids has a gaming unit, an iPad, nothing. They have nothing. Not even the 16-year-old doesn't even have an iPhone.
I think for some families it works. And I think there's nothing wrong with it. And I think this idea that they're going to go wild when they get older is bunk. And the science doesn't support it. And it's basically whatever habit you're setting up in your kid now. Okay, I use the phone after dinner. I use the screen after dinner. They're going to carry that into their lives. That's what the data shows us. They're not going to go, if kids don't have it, they're going to carry the habits they're building at a young age into their adult life. So I say go for it. I think it's great. I think more parents should have the backbone to try it. And
it's
do
not
it
easy. No, it's not easy.
Would this same approach work with an adult who doesn't have someone sitting over their shoulder saying 10 more minutes, get off?
This is what I do for myself. Like, I can't handle it. I can't handle social media on my phone. You know, I set up specific time and places where I use my phone, and then when I'm working, I don't, you know, because these things are designed to pull you to them. In my book, Dopamine Kids, I call them dopamine magnets. They pull us to them like magnets. And so my brain can't handle it. So I use this approach for myself. And a lot of Gen Zers are writing me and telling me it's working for them too.
Good.
You know, and it is. I mean, I have a Gen Zer, and he's not on. I mean, if you look at his Instagram, he's got maybe like 3 pictures up there, and he actually says it hurts him dating because people think he's weird because he doesn't have all these pictures.
Sure, there's the social aspect of it is huge.
But he's just not into it, and he's into reading, and because I think they've grown up around, with all this Snapchat and everything else that goes with it. Interesting book. Thank you for joining us. Available everywhere. Called Dopamine Kids, and I'm going to spell your last name for everybody, Doctor. It's Doucleff. So if you're got some kids, maybe even you. That's a good point. I mean, if you're having trouble, I was reading in the Wall Street Journal that people who are retired are spending most of their days all day on Facebook. Isn't that something? That
seems just hungry for connection.
Yeah.
And then when they sit on Facebook, someone reaches out that pretends that they're, Leonardo DiCaprio. And then we get a phone call saying they got $100,000 stolen from them.
I just heard from a friend of a friend who the woman does not even know how much money she lost because she didn't know how much money she had in her bank account, but they wiped everything out.
Oh my gosh.
So sad.
Every day.
Hey, just a reminder to make sure that you join everybody who gets my free newsletter called The Current. You're just going to love it. Sign up right now over at getkim.com.